No, say it isn't so. Oh my goodness. I did a video yesterday, and I'm going to do one today when I usually disappear for like 3 months. It can't be. Say it isn't so. Anyways, I got the dogs fed and I got wiring out. I was going to go over just a couple things for you real quick. No big deal. Where's that piece of paper I wanted to show you anyways? Did I throw it in here? I threw it in the garbage. Oh, God, what did I do? Hold on a second. Let me look for this. Hang in. Oh, God, beans. Oh, my wife dumped. She dumped beans on top of it. Is that it down there? It's green. Wait, is that it? Oh, yeah, forget it. I'm not getting in there. Never mind. Never mind. Anyway, this is just a little bit about wiring today, real quick. No big deal. I want to explain a couple things to you and how I do things. First wiring that I did on a car was back, let me think. Goodness me. 84. I was 19 years old, I think. 1920. I had my father help me out. I was doing a 1969 Datsun 510. And then after that, my next 510 I had was a 1972 Datsun 510, which I L20B swapped that one. From a L20B that I got came out of a 1979 Datsun 510. Yes, they did make Datsun 510s in 1979. They don't look anything like the previous generation. They're way cooler looking. But the 1979 Datsun 510 came with an ECU, if you will, to run the ignition. It was still carbureted, I think. Yeah, it was still carbureted. I do believe. But we actually had to switch over the brain. I had to get a lot of help from my father back then to do that because he was just absolutely just. Well, he was an engineer. He worked for Lockheed. Did some work for NASA. He owned his own shop for 20 years, being a machinist. Worked for Ernie Ball Steel Guitars. Ernie Ball strings. If any of you play out there, I'm sure you've bought Ernie Ball strings before. But today I was going to explain a little bit about wiring and how I wire cars. I think I've mentioned it before. All this wiring that you see here, I'm sure you guys have seen these before. These run along down by your, when you're sitting in your car. These are on the, they capsule your wiring harness that runs back to your taillights. Everything back there. I'm actually going to keep these because these are nice to have. And what I'm doing is this is the harness that runs from the back seat, all to the taillights and everything. And what I'm doing is I go through and I actually salvage wiring. This wiring, Honda actually uses high quality wiring, and as long as they're in great shape, I think you can see they're all in beautiful shape. I salvage a lot of wiring. Sometimes I need some color coded, wiring that I may not have. I'll go to my scrap heap, and check the continuity, make sure they're good. And special little deals like this. Let me find it. I just had it here somewhere. Where is it? Where'd it go? At the other. Is that the one I had? Yeah, there it is. These little ground deals right here. These are pretty cool that Honda uses, as you can see. That bolts to your chassis, and you got a couple ground wires coming off it, which come in pretty handy. This little piece of harness that I pulled out, I will end up reusing, because that actually plugs into the underneath your right behind the rear seat, where your speakers go. That little deck back there, that'll pop up in there, and this one here will pop up in there, and this is actually the wires that run your third brake light. And they split off right here to the grounds, and I gave these a good tug to make sure they're all good. I'm going to go ahead and put these together and put some shrink tubing on them. I'll probably end up reusing that. If not, I'll cut it up here by the plug and run my new wiring. All of it is how I want to do it. When I get there, I'll find out. But yeah, this whole harness was just cut. All the plugs, everything off. This stuff here. This is the old. Let me see if I can get it out of here. Everything's grabbing each other. Get off there, yeah. This is your that's your fuel pump plug, and that is your gauge sender wire. And this was you know where that goes. This goes underneath the seat, which that ring right there I gotta save because that goes to. Let's walk in here. Why are you tearing up that plate? Just looks at me like I don't know. Okay, right there, that piece. See that hole? That's where that grommet goes. And yeah, we're just thrashing wiring and salvaging what we can and keeping pieces that we're going to use later. I've explained to you once before, you guys, how I wire my cars. Grab this box here. We've had this out before in I think two videos ago. Let me get it out. God, again. Set it right here. There you go. This is all the electronics for the engine. You know, I had this out in a couple of videos before. This is the FT450, the O2, the engine wiring harness. The big wiring harness is right there. And the way I wire my cars, like I've explained before, is I wire the engine up and the electronics and everything. There's nothing else in the car. No blinkers, headlights, taillights, no nothing. And I wire up just the dash, the engine harness, get it all completely done, get it all completely running, go down and get it dynoed. You want to keep all this wiring, your blinkers, headlights, taillights, you know, relays. You want to keep everything separate from your engine harness. Don't wrap them all up in a big harness. Put everything together. If you have a problem, you know, a short, a ground that's not working, you're going to lose your mind trying to find it. That's what I don't like about OEM wiring. They tie everything together, and if something goes wrong and it's tied into something else, you're never going to find it. And that's one of the main reasons why I don't like OEM wiring. Real quick on here, I was going to show you what I'll be using. Hopefully you can see it all right. This is quick wire. Quick wire is far better than, let me see if I can get this to work better. Whoa, okay, there we go, yeah. Quick wire is a fantastic company that makes, well, they make that right there. That's your harness, and all these wires are all labeled to go, you know, to go where they go. And there's all your, you know, extra stuff that you can get. I'm getting the deluxe kit, and I'll get all the extras, so I have extra stuff. Everything is labeled on these very, very beautifully, so you can see where everything goes. There's your brake switch group, your headlight group, and you know, it's super, super simple to wire your chassis harness. But the most important thing is keep it away from your engine. It doesn't need to be, they have really nice fittings too. It doesn't need to be tied into your motor electronics at all. Nothing at all. They have quality stuff. They are so much better, this company, than Painless. I've had Painless before, and I didn't care for them. I'm not going to down talk them too much, but yeah, didn't care for them much at all. Quick wire is everybody. There's videos out there on quick wire, and you know, hot rod builders that have, you know, used this product here, and they just absolutely just praise it. They said it's absolutely, the gauge of the wire is much heavier. It can pull a lot more current. It comes with everything you need. Super simple instructions. I already have my headlight harness done, so I'm not going to really use the headlights harness. Pretty much all I'm going to use out of this harness, it's only an 8 circuit. I'm only going to be using the tail lights and third brake light and emergency flashers, and that's about it. In my other video, I explained to you how my windshield wiper transmission works with that 3-pole switch. Well, with my blinkers, it'll be the same way. In the middle is nothing. Switch to the left will be left turn signal. Switch all the way to the right will be right turn signal. In the middle's off. Same with my headlights. One click up is the low beam, another click up is a high beam. Everything will be on relays and have its own board that it'll make. And yeah, it's that simple. That one piece of harness right here that I'm keeping, like I said, I may just end up keeping the plug. It's awfully thin wire. Oh, there we go. Let's get it there. It's awfully thin wire. I don't know. That's tiny. I don't know. I don't really know if I like that too much, but let's see, let me go up here. Put light back on. There we go. Yeah, I might as well pull this down because I finished that. I'll pull that down so we can have a gander at it and how I got the electricals all restored. And I know that everybody out there probably dislikes electricals more than anything. You know, and you have a lot of problems with it because most of the time you're probably battling. God, I need to stop going down and down and down. Record up so that people can see that what the hell you're doing. I've got a bad habit of pointing down. Put in the comments down below if you're like, hey Jim, you know what? I'm really sick of you pointing your camera at the floor when you're trying to record stuff to show us. You pointed at the floor. Knock it off. You did a good job on that plate, Mitzi. I gotta pick that up now, right? Are you tired, Will? Oh, he's a tired boy. He's a good boy, though. Okay. Alright, I'll be right back. I gotta grab a stand for this junk. Hold up. Alright, I'm back. Like I said, 2 videos in 2 days. Say it isn't so. Let's grab this out real quick and see what we got here. Okay, this is your third brake light harness. Maybe your state requires one, maybe it doesn't. Where I live in Louisiana, yes, it does require a third brake light. So let's see if I pulled out the right plug here that actually fits this one. I'm pretty sure I did. Let's see. Wait a minute. No, that's not it. Or is it? No, that's not it. But I do know I have that here somewhere. I think it's on the other harness. Yeah, it's on the other harness. Okay. I got to figure out where that goes to now, huh? Anyways, I'm going to keep it because I might end up using it for something. This is the, they're really hard about this in Louisiana, is having your license plate illuminated, or they just freak out and want to give you a ticket for it. I restored all this probably, I think last month I did this. Put my meter on it and did all the hey, wait a minute, maybe that's it. Let's take a look. Oh, hold it down there where they can see it. Yeah, there it is. That's it. That's the plug. I knew it was for either the third brake light or the license plate light. It was one or the other. But yeah, that's it. That's gonna. I'm not gonna plug it together because I hate taking it apart. And we got black on this side, black on this side, red with black stripe. Yeah, that's it. Cool. Okay, so I'll save that harness. These are restored. This unit's restored completely. You really can't see it in my lighting that I have in my house too well. Let me set it over here. Maybe this would be better. My house is not that brightly lit. But yeah, I restored and scrubbed and cleaned everything on this really, really well. Let's see, you really can't see that way either. Let me go here. There we go. See if we can get some better light on it. Yeah, well, let's see if I even got some more light over here. Let me try this. There we go. That's a nice bright light. Let me move stuff around here. Sorry I'm not really prepared. I just said, you know what, let's just make another video. There we go. Yeah, I cleaned everything up with use a toothbrush, and I use electrical spray cleaner. When you clean your electronics, don't do soap and water. I see, I actually could mention quite a few that do that. They wash it with water. Water gets down into your electricals and really screws them up, because you know that water running back down the copper line, it ends up, you know, soaking your wires. It ain't gonna dry, and it's gonna end up corroding. Use this right here. QD electronic and cleaner, and that's what I clean all my plugs and stuff with when I clean stuff like this. And I'll get in there with actually a little tiny fingernail file, and I'll file them connections down in there to make sure that they're making good connection, and just clean everything up. And down here I've restored these, and I actually went inside with a high heat silver, you know that 500 degree engine paint that you can spray on. Well, I went inside and painted all those silver inside with that. And I want to get some new bolts. See those little bolts right there? They're rusted. I like to replace them. They look kind of shitty, and they're like, I mean, local hardware store, just a few cents each. But yeah, as you can see, everything's all cleaned up and restored on it. Same with the other side. All cleaned up, painted inside. Oh, I ordered new gaskets for them too. There's a gasket behind here that, you know, water seals it. I went ahead and ordered the new gaskets. They were like $4 from Honda. For the OEM gaskets. Why does that keep going on and off? I don't know why. Why does that keep coming on? That's weird. Anyways, that's restored. I got the plug over there, and like I said, I go ahead and I make all my own harnesses and stuff. Doing the chassis is easy. Like I said in the other video, doing the motor, I would probably thoroughly screw that up. So I'll leave that to Fuel Tech. I already got everything I need for the motor. We'll get to that, you know, when I start putting that together. This is the third brake light plug. I gotta find the other one, the other end of this. It's did I take it off already or no? I think maybe I did. Is that it? I don't know if that's it or not. I don't think that's it. Let me check it real quick. I don't think that's the one. No, it's bigger. Yeah, it's bigger than that. Yeah, that's not the right one. It's around here somewhere. Oh, actually, you know what? I know where that plug is. That's for the harness that runs to the taillights on the chassis. It's in here. It's in there. There's that chassis harness. I will cut every plug off there that I need. I'll cut every plug off this that I need for my new harness that I'm making. from Quickwire. And all the old wire will go bye-bye. I'll use some of the plugs. If the wire gauge isn't high enough, isn't thick enough, I could repent them, and add some larger wire if needed. All depends on how much current the lamp is pulling. I don't think the third brake light pulls that much current. I don't believe. See, how did I get this in this bag? See, I don't know if I cleaned this up and restored it or not. Can't remember if I did. Hold out. I don't think, did I clean that up? No, I didn't clean it up yet. It's still dirty. Been sitting in there, but this I will soap in water and clean it up and restore the plastic. It's not chipped or nicked anywhere. It's actually in really good shape. So you know where this sits, right there at the bottom of your rear window. In this state, if your car came with one, it has to have one. And the nuts actually look to be in really good shape. They're not corroded up or rusted up at all. Yeah, that'll work fine. So anyways, this is all part of the wiring process that I told you about a while back, and I'm just going to keep going at it. And I can't order the quick wire this month. I have I think I have an $800 order with Real Street Performance that we got to get out the door and get those parts here. What did I order? I can't remember. Yeah, I ordered the rest of the sensors for the fuel tank, and I ordered I'll think of it, Speed Factory, that holds the K-series coils, K-series coils to the B-series. I ordered that, and I got something else too. I'm trying to remember what it was. Swirl pot. You guys know what a swirl pot is. My radiator is mounted very far forward and very low, and it's actually below the water line in the motor, so I'm going to have to run a swirl pot. So I went and ordered a Speed Factory swirl pot. And the radiator that I showed you in my last video, where the radiator cap is, I'll end up cutting that off and welding it shut, because it's not going to be used anymore. The swirl pot will be the point of fill. So anyways, I don't know when I'm going to make a video next again. I'll get one out when I do. And I'm just going to go ahead and organize these wires and salvage what good wires are can be reused for maybe something, and inspect every one of them to make sure that they haven't been sliced, or cut. There we go. You got to look real close at stuff. Like, it might be a little cut right there. I don't know, but I'll inspect them all. Actually, it's just some dirt on it. So I'll inspect them all and reuse what I can, if it's heavy enough gauge, that is. Look at these wires that they actually ran all the way to the back of the Honda, my 95 EG. They're so tiny thin. They actually count on getting voltage to light something to the back of the car with these tiny wires. The quick wire has a really heavy gauge wiring. Probably this is about as small as they go on the quick wire unit, but about every wire is this size or larger. And the instructions are super simple to do your you got to have blinkers, you have to have emergency flashers, you got to have high beam, low beam, and brake light. And I guess that's about it. And next time I make a video, we'll see how far I get on this, and I'll break out my headlight harness, which I actually think I've done that on another video. I got the headlights working, and then I took everything out. Oh, my car is going to paint, hopefully in about 2 weeks. About 2 weeks, my car should be going to paint and getting that painted. But we're on our way. We're getting done. And I actually took out this little piece of harness right here. You can see that. Let me see if I can get some close up on it. It's actually, I'll check the continuity on these, make sure. But they actually had they had little 4-wire inside of that little harness, and that'd be pretty cool. Like, maybe I could use this to hook up my boost controller or something. But it's a nice little ready-made harness that I'm not going to throw that away. As long as it's good, hell, I'm using it. So, all right, I'm gonna let you guys get out here, and I appreciate your time. Once again, it's a 19-minute video. Wow, I can't believe it went over that long. But yeah, 2 days, 2 videos. Holy heck. Okay, love you guys. Talk to you later. Like, subscribe, and help me get my, what is it, algorithms they call it, whatever, get them up. Forward my videos to other people if you would, so they, hopefully they'll start watching. And I'm really low on the totem pole. If you look at my comments, I got like 1 or 2 people that comment, but it's not going to make the car go any slower or faster. But I just like to share it with you. And okay, I'm going to let you guys go, and I appreciate you stopping by. Talk to you later.